Greetings, Disney adults, Disney fans of all ages. Welcome! A while back, I did a video about reflections of a cast member, and I thought I'd try to do another one here for you today. Now, to remind you guys, many years ago, I was on the college program. A lot of my family's favorite Disney YouTubers were also college program members. There's Brian Perry, he was on the college program. Molly over at Mammoth Club, I believe she was on the college program. Of course, from our favorite Disney YouTubers, All Ears, I'm pretty sure Sage was on the college program. Definitely Emma was on the college program. And our favorite YouTuber of the bunch, All Ears Fry Bucket, was also a part of the college program. Now, when I was on the college program, it was in 1984, so many years ago. And it was not long after Epcot Center had opened, which opened in 1982. Now, if you ask any of those people that I just mentioned who were previously on the college program what one of the coolest benefits of being on the college program was, they would all tell you, I'm sure, being able to go to Disney whenever you wanted to. And that was the case for me. And since Epcot was still very new, and Epcot was all dark rides at the time, no thrill rides, I loved going to Epcot. And I found out something early on about Epcot that to this day I'm not exactly sure why this was the case, but sometime around 7 o'clock, literally Epcot Center would clear out. People would leave and there would be very few people in Epcot Center. Could have been partly the time of year it was, but I found that to be true pretty much the whole time. And I worked there from January through July of 1984. So I'm not sure why it was, but I was grateful for it. So anytime I got a day off, and yes, when I was on the college program at Disney, I went to Disney World every day, even on my days off. Or if I was fortunate enough to have an early shift, an opening shift, I would often take advantage and say, I'm going to go to Epcot. So join me, if you will, as I tell you one of my favorite things to do when I worked at Disney. Let's say, for example, that I've got an early shift. So I show up to work bright and early in the morning. Since it's an opening shift, I am done by 4:30. So around 4:30, I head back down into the tunnels, which you've heard me talk about on this channel before. I would change out of my costume, put on my guest clothes, change out my costume so I'd be ready for the next day. Then I would go under the tunnels and make my way and come up at City Hall in Magic Kingdom. Then I would slide out, hop on a monorail, transfer over to the Epcot monorail, flash my cast member ID so I could get into Epcot Center for free. And then I would make my way back to the Odyssey. Now, back at the time, the Odyssey was a quick service restaurant. They served things like burgers and hot dogs and chicken. And I really liked it. I miss it. I wish it was still there. But over to the side, there are some cast member only doors. I would go through one of those doors because on the back side of the Odyssey was the cast member cafeteria, at least back in 1984. So I would slide in there, grab myself a little bit of dinner, and then around 6:15, 6:30-ish, I'm ready to run the Gauntlet. Like I said, around 7 o'clock, Future World pretty much clears out. It empties. So I would make my way to Spaceship Earth. Jump on Spaceship Earth, which was a walk-on by this point. Ride Spaceship Earth, then come off of Spaceship Earth, and I would immediately make my way over, speed walking, to Horizons. By the way, I've mentioned this before. Horizons was my favorite Epcot ride. I love Horizons. I wish it was still there. I don't like Mission Space. I loved Horizons. To me, one of the greatest Disney dark rides created, bar none. I would ride Horizons, then I would slide next door to World of Motion, which is now Test Track. World of Motion, I also loved. I do enjoy Test Track, but I loved World of Motion. After I was done with World of Motion, I would usually slide across the way, jump on a Journey into Imagination with Figment and Dreamfinder, the OG. After I got off of that, I would check my time. If I had time, I'd slide over and do Listen to the Land in the Land Pavilion. Yes, Listen to the Land. Then I'd make my way back to Spaceship Earth and do the whole thing again, or try to do the whole thing again. Ride Spaceship Earth again, jump off, go ride Horizons again, World of Motion again. Usually that's about as far as I could go before it was just a little bit too late. I would always try to ride Spaceship Earth one last time. For many years, tradition for me at Epcot was to begin and end my Epcot day riding Spaceship Earth. It's just a sentimental thing for me. And that, my friends, was what I called the Gauntlet. I truly loved doing it. I really enjoyed being able to run that gauntlet all years. I wish you guys could have done it. I think you would have had fun to see how many attractions can I get done in that 2-hour window. For me, it was kind of a challenge. Hey guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I hope to see you at Disney World very soon.